What is up, YouTube? I'm going to be reading you the rules. I just read some rules, and my iPad was flipped the wrong way. Yeah, that took like 10 minutes. So I'm going to read them again, so here we go. And I'm using MLW's rulebook because I don't feel like making my own. Okay, rule number 1 for batting. If the ball goes over the fence on a bounce, goes under the fence, or goes through an opening, it's a ground rule double. Rules number 2. If you throw 4 balls, you must take the walk. You must take the walk on 4 balls. But if you get hit, you can choose to take your base or you can choose to not take your base and just reset the count. Rule number 3. 3 strikes, 4 and out. Rule number 4. A batter can get hit by a pitch or hit the ball off a bounce. They can hit if the ball is thrown and it bounces up to you, you're allowed to hit it if you want to. But if you don't and it's in the strike zone, it's called a strike. Well, number 5, if you are hit by a pitch, it's ruled a I'm gonna skip that because I just told you. Rule number 6, you may switch batters' boxes in your at bat, but you may not while the pitcher is in their motion. I'm gonna skip a couple of these rules. There is intentional walking. A player may use an illegal bat if they want to. Because I have a couple bats, so yeah. Rule number 13, I skipped a few, so don't ask how I got this far. A player cannot lean into the plate intentionally to get hit by a pitch. Rule number 14, there is a pinch runner if a player shows up late to the game. Okay, fielding rules. If the ball hits city trees and comes back into the field, it's called a home run. Rule number 2 for fielding. A player must have their feet in bounds for it to be an out. Sidewalk, street, driveway, or garden. If a player catches a ball and then falls out of the fence, it will be juggled on their way caught the ball. So if you catch it and you fall over the fence, which we don't have a fence out there right now, it's still going to be called an out. But if you drop it when you go over the fence, it's a home run, probably. Depends if you hit it over the fence and someone tries to catch it. Rule number 4, if a player throws the ball out to each runner. Okay, I'm going to skip that because that does not make any sense. Okay, league rules. We don't really have that big of a league, so I'm not going to read that. Okay, base running. There is no stealing, there is no leadoffs. If a player runs more than 3 steps out of the baseline, they are ruled out. If you are allowed to tag up, what? Okay. Rule number 5. If you can get doubled up. Like, you can do double plays. Okay, let's just say this is fielding. So say you're, for fielding, if you get the ball, you have to throw it to the bag. And all the people that play with me say, the ball didn't touch the bag, I am safe. I'm like, if I throw it to the bag and act like there's a first baseman there, and if they can stretch and catch it, then they can catch it. Same for home, second, and third. And what is it? If you're playing if you're doing a 2-on-2 or 3-on-3, then if you throw the ball to a bag, someone has to be there to catch it. So we usually play 1-on-1 usually, but you never know. We might play on 2-on-2 sometimes. Okay. If someone hits the ball and you are running to a bag and the ball hits you while you're running, that's an out. There is sliding, but at home plate, you are not allowed to plow over the catcher. If a fielder is in the runner's baseline, the runner can plow through them. If a player hits a walk-off, they need to touch every bag. If they don't, it's going to be called an out. I think that's all. Nope. The limit on the field is 3 players. Everyone. Oh wait, no, I don't like that rule. There needs to be at least 2 players in the field. But you can also do 1v1s in my league, because why not? If a player catches the ball in the air, it is an out, obviously. If a runner gets in the way or interferes with the fielder, the runner is out. If a player comes out of the game for any reason, they can't come back in. The game would have to be postponed if you're doing a 1v1 or 2v2, because we're not going to have any subs. If a player comes late to a game, they can bat only if the other players have batted once. Otherwise, they can pinch hit or pinch run if there is a fly ball and it hits the fielder and then goes over the fence. It is a home run. So say you hit it and it hits somebody, like on your team, it hits somebody, or it hits a teammate and it bounces. So like say you're trying to catch it next to the fence and it hits your hand and it goes over the fence, home run. Okay, pitching. There are no balks. If a pitcher comes out of the game, they cannot come back in later in the game. Okay, rule number 4 for pitching. I skipped a couple because they don't make sense. 4 balls for a walk, 3 strikes for an out. If the ball hits a batter, they can choose to take their base or reset their count. If the ball bounces off the ground into the strike zone, you can swing at it. If a pitcher hits a... Okay, never mind. Slow, medium pitches only, please. So say... Okay, this is... Okay, hold up. This is the fastest you can throw. If you throw any faster than this, then I will call it a home run or a walk. This is the fastest you can throw it. That's as fast as you can throw it. So, see you guys. We're probably going to play a Wiffleball game here in a couple of weeks when it's nice outside. So, see ya.